My name is Bill Wysock. I have a company called Tesla Technology Research, and I've been doing business since 1975 for the motion picture industry, for the advertising industry, and for specialized TV production, for a variety of special effects, as well as building Tesla coils for museums of science and industry, and also for private research projects. This Tesla coil is capable of delivering high frequency, high voltage of up to 1,000,000 volts plus. And we will perform several stunts, if you will, one of which where I will pass the electricity through a metal rod held in my hand. In fact, this metal rod right here beside me, this is a standard 40-watt light bulb. And as you can see, there's a piece of copper tubing here and here. The light bulb is in series. So if I hold this bulb up and I get an arc, an electrical arc off the tip of this shooting out into free airspace that may be over 4 feet in length, and the light bulb lights up the same way as it was plugged into a light socket, then that means there's enough electricity going through my body to effectively light up a 40-watt light bulb. Plus there's a 1,000,000-volt spark coming out the end. That's one of the things that we'll demonstrate. Another of which will be where I use metal thimbles on my fingers. And I can sit there and I can control a spark. I can hold up any number of fingers, one hand, both hands, and have arcs anywhere from 6 inches to 3 feet long coming off of these fingers. And of course that's directable. I can point a finger out in this direction or that direction. If there was a squib over here hanging on a string, I could point my finger out at that squib and I could ignite it with an arc 3 feet long off my finger. This is not something for amateurs to try. This is very serious equipment, and people can be hurt by it. And using this kind of equipment on stage or in any kind of a production, be it for motion picture film or for TV, requires a lot of technical setup. And the time for that is during the planning and development stage of any production, rather than being called in at the last minute. This way, lighting, camera work, props are all taken into account so that there is sufficient space for this equipment for safe operation. For more information regarding Tesla Technology Research, you can call me at area code 818-359-1373, anytime, day or night, 7 days a week. We're always on call.
a weight for him?
What?
Are you catching a weight for him?
Same thing as that, just all the spikes there.
Tony, yes. I want to check the gap after I get it shut off.
This is Saturday afternoon, time approximately 4:35 p.m. This is the entrance to Penrose Stadium as a testimonial to the incredible monsoon storm that passed through here earlier this afternoon. Here we have the primary secondary coil, and further down the extra coil. In back of the forklift, the power supply. This is just to give a general overview of the condition of the stadium, which we are here to observe and to determine what is possible for what was planned as this evening's show. This is the extra coil of the Model 13M Magnifier.
It's got about probably 10 gallons of water sitting in the top of it up there.
10 gallons of water sitting in the top of the extra coil.
And top of the toroid, I'll bet you, is a bathtub too.
This is Brad Norman, one of our crew, who is telling us what the conditions are topside.
Disgusting.
Do I take it, Brad, that what you're saying is that you've been up on the bucket truck to look on topside?
No, sir. For an educated guess, the tension of the plastic and the condition of this one, it can't help but have water in top of the donut.
Okay. Well, the reason that this video is being shot is to give an indication of the condition of the grounds and the equipment here. It looks like it has physically survived in place, that is, it has not been blown over by the high winds that were accompanied by the lightning and the torrential rain downpours, and also the large size hail in this region. However, I think that for safety's sake, the appropriate thing to do would be to postpone the All-American Electric Show until tomorrow evening, and that would be based on the assumption that weather holds between now and Monday evening. This again being, well, actually Sunday evening, this being July 23rd. The show would be postponed until July 24th, hopefully at the same time. We'll shoot more video here from a different perspective point of view in a few moments. Some of the damage here of the rainstorm that came through the Colorado Springs area here today. This being July 23rd. Time of this recording is 4:45 in the afternoon. This tarp that was placed over the primary secondary coil looks like a big doughboy on the inside of it, filled up with water. The rain was forcefully blown by the high winds underneath the base of all of this equipment. And as you can see, the ground is soaking wet, and it's very difficult to walk out here on foot without slipping and sliding. There's the extra coil. Damage here is fairly extensive. It would take a great deal of cleanup and repair work to try and make this operation a success for tomorrow night, July 24th. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. fact, even if I look down at my own feet, you can see that it's very difficult to walk on the surface. It's very, very muddy. Very difficult to stand straight upright.
Can you get a light up inside there? You can see how much water's hanging on the inside of that secondary.
We got a swimming pool up above.
Yeah, you can't see inside here, but this is like a doughboy pool. There must be, I don't know how many gallons of water up inside there, because of course it all collected. It had no way of running off.
That's good. To a point, but
This, I think, didn't get wet.
This is the capacitor bank. It was covered over with visqueen and subsequently covered over with a furniture moving blanket. My major concern about the safety of this equipment is, of course, personnel and operating safety. These 4-foot by 4-foot plywood planks are resting directly on the surface of the stadium earth floor. The weight of this system, as seen here, resting on these 4 insulators, represents a load of approximately 2,000 to 3,000 pounds, not knowing exactly how much water is collected on the top of this coil form.
That way we can build a tent up so it takes and...
This is an additional update on the surveying of the damage here at Penrose Stadium on Saturday, July 23rd, time approximately 2 minutes to 5 in the afternoon. And unfortunately, the damage to the power supply rack cabinet that you see here is much more extensive than we had ever dreamed would occur. Even the main power breaker, as seen right here, is saturated with water on both the inside and the outside. All of the panels are wet, all of the circuits are wet, and if we go around the back side and look inside the operating controls of the cabinet, what you will see, although maybe not be able to see it clearly on videotape, is water. Water, water everywhere. In all the variacs, even on the surfaces of the panels on the inside, everything is soaking wet.
Mud
And mud.
dripping off the chokes. Look at on the wires.
Yes, you can see here on the wires.
It's even on the panels in the back of the meters.
This is the kind of damage that has occurred inside this rack cabinet, which is worth over $30,000 itself, notwithstanding the expense of the rest of the system. So what we have here is a real serious problem. There's standing water down inside the cabinet, and this cabinet was completely enclosed and encased by this blue plastic tarp and roped off, but the water and the wind force was so strong that it drove it right up underneath the tarp. The mud on the side panel of this cabinet is clear up to the 2-foot level. I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but here in person it's readily visible. The casters are sunk down into the mud, and this is up about 2 feet high from the bottom of the cabinet at this point, with all of this mud damage and water damage. This system is definitely not safe to operate, and this being Saturday afternoon, there's no way, in my professional judgment, that the system could be made safe to operate here in this hostile environment of this stadium by tomorrow evening, Sunday, July 24th. So, it is my professional judgment that this particular attempt at having an all-American electrical show for the 5th biannual International Tesla Society Symposium, not to borrow a pun, but to say it quite succinctly, is a washout. This is Bill Wysock, N6UXW reporting.
Now
it there? Rich, you gonna mount it there?
Coil is it, yours? It is. I was going to take some time-lapse photos to keep it.
Good gosh, incredible.
No, I didn't say 10.2. I'm figuring maybe like...
I heard you.
Yeah.
Grand flip place.
I'm saying we probably ought to go 40 foot as far as attachment point of attachment. Yeah, but it's also going to be a lot more unmanageable and as level as this is. You know, and that's another thing, Dave. GH type.
This is the Tesla coil. The wire is not wound on it yet. There's the base for the extra coil, and they're raising the extra coil off its moving dolly. We're going to set it on the insulators here. The steel pole that goes down the middle of it is removed after it's in place.
We gotta get these others started. You definitely gotta start it.
Put that down a little bit, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, we gotta take it up a little bit so that I can get this guy to come out. Half inch would be great. Maybe a 1/4 inch. 1 RCH. That's fine.
The steel pole that was down the middle is just for transporting it and setting it up.
Okay, now we need to land right there. Want to be over here?
Control panel.
Oh, I know what I did. I used a screwdriver. Medium-sized screwdriver. It'd be best to stand up and guide it in. Yeah. You're 2 foot out. You're overshot. You gotta go out a little bit? You're gonna come back. Okay, I'll bring it back. Bill, don't try and pull on it, let him bring it back. More back? More back. Little more. Okay. Lower it down some. Hang on those threads, Bill. Hold it. Bill, you want to use 2 of them? I gotta start with 1. All right, you want to take thread.
One of them is not on the chain. Up on top, one of them is looking
Go
like
up again.
one line's right
No,
up with
I
no
don't-
chain.
You can bring it down. Down? Down. Are you saying one rod is hooked on a chain?
You got those 3 chains that come, the 4 chains that come down?
Yeah.
One of the rods is up on that
Okay,
chain.
one of the rods is up through a chain. Cycle back up. You're kidding. No. Tell us when it's clear. You get out of there? I love it when a plane comes together. Yep. Maybe you can take it through and put the box back together so you can all fill up with
won't cook the straps, all right? Nylon?
We'll cook the straps close to the side.
Okay. Throw it under there, don't see the later.
Leave it in there.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Winding the secondary on the Tesla coil. The noise is the generator. We switched over all the radio station equipment to be on the generator. And we're going to run the Tesla coil on the Edison sheet.
Are we unplugged outside?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and test it.
Okay.
All right. Tell you what, everybody, let's step back in case this thing blows.
the air, I think. Let's throw the gas to itself. I don't think the spark gap is right.
See arcing down there?
Yeah. Notice how soft the spark's not yet. That's about 1/18 of what it's
Is it alright, look?
What?
Is it alright?
So far so good, yeah. Pretty much isolated the problem so far.
Well, let me see that. You know how you look straight at that? So let's see if we can still...
How's that thing do in the dark, Richard? Pretty good.